Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another NIKKE video. I know, I'm a bit late on the Naga and Tia video, but if you saw my live stream, it took me 200 pulls. That's 60,000 gems to pull one single copy of Tia, and that's after I chose her for the story. Oh my God, I'm so heartbroken. I needed a few days to get over that. So here we are with the Naga and Tia breakdown guide. We'll go over the gears, the overload priorities, the team compositions, and their performance. And of course, the answer to everyone's question, should I pull for Naga and Tia? And how many copies do I need to MLB them? And what about the upcoming pilgrims such as Redhood? So let's go over it. Again, I've taken them to the union raid test, we've taken them to the solo raid test, and also we'll check out the solo raid leaderboard as well. Now, the short answer, okay, I'll just give you the summary in the beginning. If you are looking to pull for Naga and Tia, please make sure at least you have 200 golden tickets. I can't stress how important that is. With the upcoming Pilgrim banner, and it's pretty much guaranteed going to be Redhood, right, for the anniversary, you definitely want to save at least 200 golden tickets to exchange for one copy. And I would say if you want to be super safe, you can technically go for 400 golden tickets, because there's been some discussion whether or not there's Scarlet's sister or Lilith even as part of the banner for the anniversary. So make sure you have at least 200, if not 400, and all of the remaining gems, do throw them at the banner for Naga and Tia, because currently they're already performing at the same level as the bunnies. If the boss, they don't have any cores, and if the bosses, they do have cores, they're gonna outperform the bunnies. That's right, they're gonna outperform the bunnies, and you only need one copy, right? You can only, I mean, this is insane. Their investment levels are not that high in comparison. One copy will do the job, but of course you can pull multiple copies of Naga. We'll talk about it later and how it affects the unit, but one copy is enough. And we already see in the rankings, I haven't done my my level 7 just yet for the raid, because the internet, or rather the servers, are kind of laggy at the moment, so I can't do it. But you can see the schoolgirls, they're already in action. You can see bunnies are being used, and schoolgirls are here already and doing insane amount of damage. Look at this, right? 1.4 here, 1.3 in comparison to the bunnies, which is the best in slot. So they're already performing super well. They're already performing super well, which is really good to see. So let's take a look at the builds and what we need in terms of the skill levels and any overload gear required. So let's start off with first going over my bunnies in terms of their investment. Okay, I think this is important when I'm drawing comparison. I'm 10-10-5 on the bunnies, and then for Blanc, the other one, I'm at 448. Okay, so that's the investment I was comparing to with the schoolgirls, which I have with Tia sitting at, so this is the burst one, Tia sitting at 777. Now I made a mistake. Okay, don't go 777 on Tia. You only need 744. 744 is good enough. If you want, you can bring the first skill to 10. This is the one that decreases cooldown and offers attack damage. Okay, so the attack damage is what you're aiming for. So 1044 is more than enough. The survivability is okay. You don't necessarily need it. So personally for me, when I get the reset tablet or whatever they give to reset the skills, I'll be changing this to a 1044. And in terms of Naga, and like I said previously, this is the one, if you want to consider for dupes, you can definitely go for. I have her at 777, which I think is quite good. You can go for 7710, right? You can go for 7710. Again, 10 is the one that gives you the attack buff for the allies. Okay, and Naga does require a bit more thought. You can overload Naga, and actually you should, because Naga's attack on the last one, the one that matters the most, the burst one, that you upgrade to level 10 if you can, gives attack based on the caster's attack. So this is depending on Naga's own attack. However, this is very important. Okay, the attack percentage as an overload substat does not get calculated, so this is useless in terms of having it as a buff for the team. However, it does boost Naga's own attack and of course her damage, but your allies will not be affected by the attack percentage as an overload substat. Okay, it's not part of the calculation. But the reason why I say you should overload at least the helm and the handpiece is because overload gears, they have higher stats, right? They give way more stats in comparison to the tier 9s, and that stat, the base stat on on the gear that's overloaded does get added. So the overload line, the sub line doesn't get added, but the overload stat itself gets added. That's why it's important, okay, to overload her, at least these two parts, because they give the most attack, so that your team gets the benefit. All right, so 777 for Naga, 7710 if you want to max the third skill, and for Tia 744 or 1044 if you want to go all the way. And currently they're already performing equal to bunnies. If there's no core and the boss has cores for the entire duration of the fight, then they're going to outperform the bunnies. So let's talk about it. We already saw currently in the campaign, as well as Union Raid and Solo Raid, this is one of the best teams available. Litter plus bunnies, and the damage dealer is going to be Alice and Modernia. The ammo bonus and as well as the damage buffs for those two units are insane in terms of the synergy it provides and how much work a bunny puts in for the two main carries. Now, this, with the introduction of the schoolgirls, you don't need to change this, and I think that's the best part about this, is that it opens up more opportunities. Technically, you can swap litter out and put a volume there and do volume bunnies. Otherwise, you keep the same team and you just build a completely different team. You run Dorothy and then we run the Joshkosei's, right? The two girls. So we have Tia, Naga, and Tia here. Where is she? Boom. And that is your base. And then for the other two, you can do Maxwell and Snow White. So this is another insane team that you can run. Of course, you can technically take out Dorothy, put litter there if you want to run volume bunnies and go into the litter team like this, or you can do Dorothy. Otherwise, this team is pretty much locked down. Again, there are some variations. If you don't have Snow White Maxwell combo, you can do the Scarlet and Summer Annis combo. But however, this breaks up one of my favorite compositions, which is, if we take a look, we go with the original Annis and Scarlet and Privity and Marciana. With the introduction of Marciana, the team has the survivability it needs, and you can run 3 burst 3. So this is another favorite team that I have. So this forces you to run the volume bunnies, giving litter to the schoolgirls, and you have your 3 teams. And this also doesn't take away the 4th team technically, which is the masked volume team. However, if volume is being used with bunnies, then you have to find someone else like a Mary with a downgrade on the damage. But lots of possibilities. Overall, I think litter bunnies are locked, just like how schoolgirls will be locked to either litter or Dorothy, and we're looking like these teams are going to be the best in terms of their damage output and meta. And don't forget, guys, do not forget, we still have the anniversary. Now, I think, like I've said, Redhood is going to be obviously a sniper user, but a burst 3 damage dealer, right? How she is going to change the meta, we don't know. But if she's going to be a burst 1 to potentially give even more support to the schoolgirls, I think that would be absolutely insane. Though I don't think that's the case. Maybe we will have Crown the Pilgrim after that to offer the burst 1, but so far I'm pretty sure Redhood is going to be a damage dealer burst 3. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this upcoming anniversary event. And honestly, I still think if you have the ability to, 100% do go pull for Naga and Tia, or at least throw them in the wish list when they get into the general pool, and save your 200 tickets for the anniversary, because they're really strong. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts. It's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.